defenders have been deleted. Like,
This Gyökeres stuff is boring me. Smash the like button and let's get into it. New contacts have taken place between Arsenal and Gyökeres. They remain in active talks. Arsenal spoke to Sesko last week, but no agreement yet, says Fabrizio Romano. Apparently, Arsenal will submit a second offer to Sporting for Gyökeres, totaling 70 million euros. Now, some outlets say we've been doing a lot of talking, but no official bid's been placed. We're led to believe 3 bids for 2 strikers has happened. One for Sesko, two for Gyökeres, sorry, 1 for Sesko. Again, it's all noise, people, which makes it great for us. Let me know your thoughts. Are you tired of the Gyökeres thing? Are you tired of the Sesko thing? Do you think we'll get neither? Do you think we'll get both? Which one do you think is better? Yada, people. Because at least we get talking points as the season is at its closing period. That being said, at the time of making this vid, I just watched a great 2-2 draw in the under-19s between England and Norway, people. So you've had the under-17s, you've got the women's Euros, you've got the under-21s men's Euros, and you've got the under-19s, you've got the Club World Cup, and before we know it, pre-season starts. We're back in Arsenal's pursuit of winning the title, or whatever team you lot support. So yeah, you would have seen earlier today, breaking, Viktor Gyökeres has rejected a move to Manchester United. The player's entourage have officially informed United that they are no longer an option for the forward. So it feels like we have a free hit. Don't forget, Liverpool are linked in the background. Chelsea need a striker, and Chelsea actually doing the model I would have liked to have done. Of course, there's different caveats, and no 2 teams are the same, right? But for me, it would be nice to have, if you just don't look at the names and the profiles, a Liam Delap and a Gyökeres. You know, you got your, not saying Liam Delap's going to be happy being on the bench. You move to Chelsea, potentially playing in the Champions League. I'm sure you're eyeing up a place in Thomas Tuchel's Euro side, because anything, it's fair game. If your name's not Harry Kane and you're a striker, you never know what it could do for you. But in terms of having an experienced man, someone that can muck in, I would love 2 strikers. I'd love 2 strikers in the winger. In fact, if you got me 2 strikers, I still think you need a left winger. But I'd allow the club. It's not going to make any sense, and it's for another video. If you don't want to see it, let me know. But I'm happy if we get Sesko. I'd love Gyökeres. I'd love Sesko. If we get Sesko, I think there's more of a pressing need for that left winger to finally address that left-hand side and get someone who's going to get the numbers, people. So apparently we're led to believe, and there's other teams that have been linked with Gyökeres, as I said. But if Man United have been linked, he's apparently rejected them. Quote unquote, Arsenal might have a free run. As per Record Portugal, which again, no clue on the credibility of these things. Gyökeres' camp have told United that the player does not want to move there. Arsenal are his dream destination. That's what Sports Witness says. Be honest with us. You grew up watching Lomberg, innit? I'm 30, you're 27. Yeah, you probably would have missed the Invincibles, but you know about Lomberg and Freddie and that. Come to the real side of London, you know, not Man United, you know. Big up the Peckham Reds. Shout out the actual Manchester United fans who live over them sides. Manchester United keep calling for Gyökeres, but don't forget Arsenal, because Arsenal remain in active contact. Gyökeres' new contacts are taking place. He remains a strong option for Arsenal and a case to watch for the next weeks. Now, we keep hearing that. They're waiting. Apparently, they have given in that they are Sporting Gyökeres' assurance that he will be allowed to leave for 60 to 70 million euros. Now, check out my other vids, but we've seen everything. Gyökeres' social media stuff, Gyökeres' agent speaking, the president of Sporting having something to say, rumors around release clauses and gentlemen's agreements and all these kind of things, people. Sky Germany also correlate that and say that he's been given assurances that he was allowed to leave for 60 to 70 million euros. And apparently, if he isn't, and a 60 million offer is bidded and they don't accept it, apparently somehow his agent, is owed some level of monies. Now, again, there's different whispers, different rumors. Nobody has an effing clue, people. The drama surrounding Gyökeres has grown in recent days as the player's agent and Sporting throw themselves into a transfer war. This week has been reported both United and Arsenal have met with the players' camp, with it always being reported that the Gunners are ahead in the chase. Arsenal were then said to have made an offer for Gyökeres. Go back to when Arsenal, off topic, won the Champions League. We did win a trophy. The women, ironically, there was in Portugal. That same week / day, what did we hear? Berta's having meetings with Gyökeres. I guess we'll never know. You'd love to be in Gyökeres' camp, or, you know, Andrea Berta and Arteta, or, you know, United, or in the working world of football. Because don't get twisted, those that work in football, even clubs and teams and executives that's got nothing to do with Sporting, Arsenal, United, Gyökeres, or anyone else, they know what's going on. It's all interlinked. It's a small world, people. So yeah, we're said to have made an offer during a meeting between officials from the London club. Was it an official offer, or was it just saying it across the table, including Berta and Sporting? That meeting was held on the Spanish island of Menorca. The offer, which stood at 55 million euros plus a further 10 million euros in potential bonuses, was rejected by the Portuguese club. Arsenal were then expected to return with a total package worth more than 70 million. Friday evening saw claims that the player's agent would be due a big payment if Sporting receive an offer worth more than 60 million euros, obviously as a fixed payment. Whether that's true or not remains to be seen, but it adds to the drama. Saturday's edition of The Record has an article which somewhat kills Man United's chances of beating Arsenal. It would have already been reported the Red Devils were having difficulties agreeing anything with the players' agents. Now, such is life. There's a reality where Arsenal are actually the ones on the back burners, and it's Man United that could be getting Gyökeres. And as you get to the 11th hour, whispers come out. We got to remember football's a dirty game. Agents, clubs, players, people in and around, they're putting different rumors out. Journalists have their own vested interest. There's a lot of shenanigans, I would say. The footballers' agents have officially told Amarin's club that they are no longer an option for the striker, which I still don't believe, if I'm honest with you, with the pull of Man United, your former manager, and much like Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United, bro, if you're a decent striker and they want you, regardless if that pans out at club level, brother, if you are a 30 striker, yes, they're going to get Mbuemo, we hope, because you don't want to go in Spurs. They got Cunha, they've got Zerski, they've got Højlund, but the guys that are considered out-and-out strikers, Chido, Martin, if you're Gyökeres, you should believe I'm the top dog. Same at Arsenal. For all the Marino and Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus and any other option people. Man United are said to have been in contact repeatedly this week, but this possibility lost strength, and in the last few hours, it's completely fallen away. Apparently, they made an offer, but it didn't convince the player. It sounds like a financial issue, plus worry from the 27-year-old about a lack of European football and a greater risk at the club. Viktor Gyökeres is now definitely closing the door on Old Trafford, and Arsenal apparently is his dream destination, people. Madness. Where Nico Williams is concerned, and there's a player that I want to hear even less about than Sesko and Gyökeres. Nico Williams, it's like trying to talk to a pretty girl that's got no interest in you. Suddenly, when Barcelona are interested, where apparently they're a bit mixed, it seems like he's begging to join them rather than last season when they wanted him. All of a sudden, you're hearing rumors about cutting price tags, and for all the Arsenal, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle, Liverpool, primarily Arsenal rumors around Nico Williams, there's been a lot of nonsense. We've chased him for a while, just find another target. Arsenal and Bayern have knocked on the door of Nico Williams, with both clubs willing to pay his 62 million release clause and offer him a high contract to convince him to join. Williams wants to know Barcelona's plan before deciding the next steps. Keith Marin also said, but Bayern, Arsenal, Barca, the only thing that seems clear about Nico Williams is that both he and his agent are desperate to sign for another team. In fact, he assured his teammates that he wouldn't be at Athletic next season, although that remains to be seen. Once again, Chelsea and Arsenal apparently have discovered Nico Williams' transfer decision after Barcelona meeting, which apparently held place on Friday, which you see here. Barcelona held talks with Nico Williams, and apparently he's keen to play for them. He'd be open to joining Bayern. His wages could be an obstacle. We all know about his £48.1 million release clause at this point. Barca are also in the running, and Deco is set to have met his agent yesterday. So you can never say never. Another one bites the dust. And again, Barcelona are still linked with several players. They have been previously linked with Rashford. The Luis Diaz rumors won't go away. Seems like quite the transition at Liverpool. Trent's obviously cut in. Robertson's been linked with Atletico Madrid. There's actually rumors around Alisson, which I don't believe. And they're bringing a bunch of players in, people. So we'll have to see what's going on there. Arsenal make real move. Gunners ready to pay fee and high salary to convince player. Forget all of that. Arsenal and Bayern Munich are still trailing in the race for Nico Williams, as we've seen. Real moves have started as both Arsenal and Bayern have knocked the door. Bayern are willing to pay his release clause and offer him a high contract as well as Arsenal to convince him to sign. The Spain internationals desirous to stay in his country and move to Barca, provided they're keen. So you never know. Fair enough. If Barca don't want to get it done, you can get involved. But this seems like you're just a second, maybe third option. There's no doubt Barca likes Nico, although they understand that the player missed an opportunity last year. It remains to be seen whether Barcelona will open the door for him again. Nothing is impossible because the player's quality is indisputable. He has a fixed price and he would integrate perfectly into the dressing room. We'll have to wait and see what happens. And to be fair, you'd have Pedri, Gavi, for now, Asu Fati, Yamal, Kubasi, the list, Balde, yeah, Spanish dons over there, them sides. AC Milan have been linked with Zinchenko, people. He's also been linked with Juventus. So it's fair to say there is a level of interest from Italian clubs. And Dortmund were linked with him in January. I wonder if they're going for him again. We have been linked with Benjamin Sesko. I know some of you would love Xavi Simons, but there's a third player, Antonio Nusa, who apparently Arsenal consider as a potential signing from Leipzig. And his name was floated around during talks with Sesko. Multiple insiders in the industry have confirmed Arsenal's interest. However, it's not yet clear if Nusa, valued at 45 million euros, is a priority target. Well, apparently, we remain in close contact for João Hato of Ajax. We're not getting Rodrigo. Apparently, in recent weeks, through well-connected intermediaries, Rodrigo has been the subject of discussions within Arsenal. Xabi Alonso has made it clear he is against selling Rodrigo in the summer. So Nico Williams bites the dust. Rodrigo bites the dust. Rafa Leao rumors, anyone? Smash the like button and let me know your thoughts as well. We've been linked with too many defenders. Now, links and actually happening are different things, as you lot know, but I want a couple of defenders. I'd like two. One, ideally, if they can play all across the back four. But if you can get me a left back and another centre half, that wouldn't go missing. And we've been linked with Alejandro, who plays for Lille and Brazil at international level. The last Brazilian centre back we got playing in France did well. He's also been linked with Napoli and Everton, much like the one we've got now, who signed a new deal and is a potential captain. Come a long way, Gabriel Magalhaes, from when people were saying Pablo Mari's better, mad thing. But we've been linked with him. We've been linked with Gerhi, Howson, Victor Reis, João Hato. Again, whether you want them or not. And again, rumours and what's going on are two different things, but it's clear that, in my opinion, Arsenal would like another defender based on reports. Arsenal also, once again, going over the Gyökeres stuff, remain in active contact with Gyökeres' reps. The Gunners also spoke to Sesko last week, but they haven't reached an agreement yet. And again, as I said, not just AC Milan, but Juventus apparently are still interested in Zinchenko, people. So we have to watch that play out. Arsenal Sesko deal is not done. You reckon? Anyone seen him holding shirts? You reckon, Romano? Talks are ongoing. We keep hearing this. So at this moment in time, talks apparently are going on with Sesko and Gyökeres, and which is the favoured target, what direction we would move, why we are doing this. If we sign one, let alone both, let alone none, everything's up for debate, which makes for good content. So let me know your thoughts. United also have to pivot. They've been linked with Hugo Ekitike. If we, I don't know, I'm exaggerating. I know he doesn't want to go there, but let's just say Gyökeres goes Saudi, or in fact, better yet, he goes to Chelsea, Sesko goes somewhere else. Where do we go? We're led to believe Ollie Watkins is the next one based on the Romanos and Ornsteins on this world. But we were linked with Hugo Ekitike, who apparently Frankfurt are very adamant they want their 100 million euros. He is linked with Man United. He has said his team growing up was Man United. We might have to pivot, really and truly, people. Although no final decision has been made on his signing, Deco has given registration assurances to Nico Williams' agent. That probably goes back to last season with the whole Dani Almo kerfuffle, if it makes sense. So hopefully we get business done.
I think